a fun surprise.
This is Pierogi.
I'm gonna go my own way.
Testing.
Check. Is this ASMR? Hi, Elsa.
Hi, Michelle.
Welcome back to another podcast, Indoor Personality Podcast.
Yes. I'm Elsa.
And I'm Michelle. And we work at a yarn shop together.
And we're friends.
And we're just post Flock Fiber Fest weekend.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What a weekend.
If you're not familiar, Flock Fiber Festival is a yarn and fiber convention in downtown Seattle. And we're located in Seattle, so we're lucky enough to attend pretty easily, although Elsa did have other commitments this weekend.
Yes.
But it's wild because people travel from all over the country, even maybe all over the world. There's vendors from other parts of the world, and so it's in our backyard, which is really cool.
And I've actually been to all of the flocks.
That's quite a flex.
So
yeah.
I feel like that was another thing. So I had a big bike race this weekend. I rode from Port Angeles up to Hurricane Ridge. It's a lot of elevation gain, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it to Flock, but I came for exactly an hour.
Amazing.
I went to Flock for an hour.
And I had no idea. I thought that Elsa wasn't going to go, and so when I saw her, I was like, what? You're here? Like, what's going on?
Surprise!
It was a fun surprise. And it's so much fun because so many of our knitting friends go, and we get to see people who we see on the regular, some people who we never see, some of our like internet friends, which is really cool.
Yeah, I did a pre-Flock hangout with some people and met some new friends that I had already followed. So that was really fun to see people that I follow online in real life and yap with them a little bit, tell them about the Seattle knitting community, talk some shit as I do, I'm sure.
Got to go with some friends. Shout out to Marisa and Bryn and Emily and Kokoro. That's my squad who I went with, but of course we ran into a bunch of other fun folks too. And then a group of us after Saturday's festivities met up at Rough and Tumble, which is our local knit night spot in Ballard, and we got to show off some of our haul.
Oh,
which was really
that's so fun.
Super fun.
That makes my heart happy.
Yeah, it was a successful Flock weekend and a successful bike ride for Elsa.
I completed it.
Yes,
so.
she did it. She did the thing. Excited to share our acquisitions later.
Oh, and Yeji messaged me, and she ran into someone who was wearing the Lycan vest.
Oh, yes! That's so sweet.
I thought that was so sweet that she messaged me and she sent me some pictures. So the person that was wearing the Lycan vest, that almost made me cry. It made my heart happy because truly, Flock is a show off your knit fits.
Yes.
And people will run up to you and be like, oh my gosh, is that a blah blah blah?
Yeah.
And be like, what yarn did you use? I want to figure it out. And it's just so fun to be in community with so many people who just have the same hobby as you.
Yeah, and speak the same language basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a weird time to be there because it's the internet in real life.
Yes. Yeah.
Or my internet in real life.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not everybody's internet in real life.
Well, that's the thing too, is there are knitting celebrities that the rest of the world may not even register.
No.
I saw Sari Nordland from across the way, and I was like, oh my god, it's Sari Nordland. And Marisa was like, can you imagine saying that to anyone else who doesn't knit? They would be like, who?
They'd be like, huh?
So it's really special to connect, like Elsa said. And it's fun because a lot of people will make the Flock vest or other patterns that are special for Flock. And then also you can show off special things that maybe no one else has made. I felt really special because I was wearing my ski skirt, and that was still in testing. And folks who watch our podcast and Whip Wednesday from our shop came up and mentioned that, and that was really sweet. So shout out to y'all.
That's so cute.
It was really cute.
Oh, I'm sad I missed most of it.
Yeah.
Because I was only there when we had masks on, and I feel it's the beginning, and I'm extra overwhelmed.
Yeah, there's so many people.
So many things going on, and honestly, I got the thing that I was looking for, did a loop, and then I was like, I'm hecking out of here.
Right? And I feel like for that first like hour or two, everyone's really hyper focused on getting the things they want too, like you were.
Yes.
So it's like more the afternoon when people are like chilling and like saying hi to folks a little more. You know? So
Totally.
yeah.
Okay, should we get into it?
Let's get into it. Do you want to start with finished objects?
Oh yeah, I guess we can start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Flock Vest by Andrea Mowry. And I did finish this before Flock, but I did not wear it to Flock. I was having a hard time being like, do I just like do the thing that everybody else is doing? And I feel like the teenager in me was like, no, you cannot do that. I'm gonna go my own way.
Yes, Gabriella. I get that though, because it's like fun to do a communal thing, right? But also this is the one time of year when we can kind of show off our unique knits and like talk about them with people who understand. So I think I kind of like how, you know, if you do go 2 days, maybe like the first day you can wear your flock vest, or since it's like a vest, you can change out of it pretty easily
Totally.
and wear different things.
I love it when people were like layering their
Yes.
different knits.
Yes. Because it was a little bit chillier in the morning and then it definitely got warmer in the afternoon. So, I mean, yeah. But it's fun to show off your own thing too.
But I didn't even talk about the Flock Vest.
What's that?
So this is a La Bien Aimée, Wensley and Corey. I used both because I had some scraps left over from my lichen vest. And then I'm going to rant about it. Just a wee skosh. I hated the chart. And I think some people liked the chart. I felt like I needed a little bit more information. I guess I'm used to charts being like, I can look at the chart, everything is labeled. I don't need instructions on anything about a chart. This chart was a little lackluster. The sizes are along the top. And that's what I missed. So I was like, where do I start? What is going on here?
Yeah.
I like didn't fully understand. And it's like you read it top down, not bottom up. And you just read for your like size.
So it's one chart for all sizes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like the sizes, but no, a different chart for every single size. It's like you get a column. It's a key almost.
Interesting.
It's just like a stacked key and less of a chart.
Interesting.
So, like, it doesn't, yeah. So, I had a hard time with it because I felt like, and I didn't watch the video because I'm not someone who, I just dive in.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, I felt like I wasn't necessarily set up for success.
Mm-hmm.
And it, like, I understand what I needed. I understood what I needed to do, but I didn't feel like the wording, like, I feel like she could have just said, here's the increase rate for this, and here's the increase rate for this.
Right.
And also, she called this raglan increases.
Oh.
And it's not a raglan.
Right.
So,
yeah.
that kind of, that made me a little bit peeved. Not like, I'm really not trying to talk smack about Andrea Mowry because I do think she is a great designer and she's come out with a lot of designs. This just didn't feel like super polished.
And I think for a big designer with like a really strong reputation, like it's important to be able to critique their patterns because we expect a lot from them.
Yeah,
right?
and truly, I like want her to succeed. Like,
yes.
I think there's room for everyone. Like, I don't really understand the people who talk smack about big designers because truly, it's like they got there for a reason. They are like, I'm like so proud that they were able to do that within this community that we've built and like actually make a living off of it because like truly not many people do make a living off of knitting. So I think it's really important to respect and support the people that can and do and are like building up the community. Anywho, also the rate of pickup for the button band and the sleeves was kind of crazy. But if you want more on that, go look on my Ravelry notes because I did do a little rant there as well.
And I feel like you were vindicated a little bit because someone like commented on your Ravelry project.
Yeah,
like,
someone commented and was like, hello? Like, I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, and like talking to people in real life, a lot of them have agreed that it's not the clearest, and, maybe that's just not how my brain works, and
Yeah.
I'm allowed to have opinions. My second finished object is a Jimothy.
Yeah.
A baby little Jimothy for Tea Cozy, because we're in Seattle, but we're also specifically in Ballard, and Ballard is where Jimothy lives. It's where he roams free.
We'll insert a photo of Elsa's Jimothy.
Yes. And I made that out of Blue Sky Fibers sweater and a little bit of Sandusgarn baby wool. It was super quick pattern. I did it right before leaving to go on a trip to the East Coast, and then just finished up like the tail on the way back, and then seamed it all together.
Nice.
So it was. I feel like you could do it in a day, no problem.
Yeah.
What did you finish?
I have one finished object this month, and that is my skew skirt, which I forgot to bring with me, but we will insert some like B-roll of me wearing it, because I think
So
it'll
cute,
be...
so cute, so hip, so cool.
Thank you. I think it'll show off better anyway, like in like seeing me wearing it, because it is a mid-length skirt. The pattern is by Filthy Knits, or Kira Morrell, and she's a British designer. She was only released a couple patterns, but I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was very straightforward, but still fun and interesting. With the stripes, and there are short rows and I-cord and all these fun details. And I think the last video in our last podcast, I had only completed like the waistband portion, and then Elsa sewed the like elastic for me. And so it took me like, I think maybe 3 weeks to knit the skirt. It didn't take you that long. It didn't take me that long, considering how much knitting it actually was, because by the end, I did count my stitches at the end, and I had to bind off, not quite, but almost 500 stitches. Because you consistently are increasing, and raglan increases for the skirt, so it creates a lot of volume and like just a lot of skirt, but it's still very comfortable and breezy and lightweight, and it like swings, and because it's made out of Sandusgarn Lean, which is a cotton linen viscose blend, and it's really, really comfortable to wear. It is this. Yeah, it's what Elsa's using right now. I did wear it to Flock, and I got a lot of compliments, so thank you, everybody.
Aww.
It felt really good to wear that, because I think that's my...
Did you get a lot of compliments on your top too? That's how I spotted you.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I know that top.
Yes, I was wearing it with my knot top, so it was fun to have like a full knit fit on. And at first people would be like, whoa, I love your top. Whoa, I love your skirt. Like, they were like surprised that I was wearing both, and so that was fun. And yeah, it's a really fun pattern. I feel like I underestimated how much knitting it was, because I'm testing it for Kira, and a lot of the other testers finished pretty fast, but I think they were also smaller than me. So, but I'm really happy with the finished object. It blocked out really nicely, and I'm excited to be able to wear it for the rest of the summer, and
for
maybe
eternity,
into the fall and into winter. We'll see. But yeah, I'll definitely. Hopefully, it won't go out of style. I'm not gonna let it. We can't let our knits go out of style, folks. We gotta just keep wearing them.
On to which?
What do you?
I am currently in the middle of the Clematis Fest.
Yay.
Wait, now it's inside out.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Gentle.
Yeah, you see this big giant diagonal thing. I'm knitting it out. So this is the Clematis Fest by Emma Mayer, and it's out of Sandusgarn Lean, and it's in this nice blue-gray colorway that I clearly have a thing for right now.
Yeah, you do.
And I did some messing with the pattern, I'm not gonna lie, because Emma's gauge was kind of crazy, her like row gauge. And so I messed with it. TBD on how it will turn out. But so far, I think it's turning out pretty well. I was a little bit worried about doing ribbing in lean, but
It looks nice.
I went, like, you go down a lot of needle sizes, and I feel like that helps a lot. So I'm hoping I'm going to be able to wear this as, like, more of a shirt versus a vest.
Right. Like by itself.
Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to really wear it over things that much.
Makes sense.
I'm doing a test knit.
Yeah.
So this doesn't look like much right now, but this is the Sideline Sweater by Natalie. What's Natalie's last name?
Oots.
Natalie Oots. I didn't even know that. I guess I did get an email from her, so I did know that it was Natalie.
I looked her up on Ravelry.
But Natalie also goes by Nidalee, and Nidalee has a podcast and lives in Seattle and is our friend. So I'm testing it, and this is like the back panel. It's a drop shoulder, so I did the little, oh no, not drop shoulder. Saddle shoulder. And I did the little saddle, and then I did some short rows. And I'm working on this for my husband, and it is in Gilead. And this is my first time working with Gilead, and I'm obsessed with how it like feels working
really
with
nice.
it, because it's really squishy. One thing I will say is that Natalie's gauge is usually pretty loose, so I had to go up 2 needle sizes.
Ooh.
So
That's right. I remember when she was trying to find
Socks.
sock needles. She was like, I need the tiniest, teeniest needles you can possibly.
yeah. So
But
this
Frog
is
and
on
Toad, Frog and Toad, you ain't slick.
8. Yeah, Tom really, I feel like, belongs in a Frog and Toad book.
He does.
He would go along really well. So this is Tom's sweater with yarn that I actually bought for my birthday. But he was like, I want it. And I said, fine.
You're
I
so
love you.
You're so giving.
I think I have enough yarn that I'm like, you know what? Fair.
And you'll probably wear it too.
Oh yes, I will definitely steal it. But I'm doing some mods, so in the pattern there are some modifications that you can choose to do, and there's a broad shoulder mod, and I'm doing that as well as a mod for a smaller armhole depth, which I'm also doing because Tom doesn't like huge armholes on his sweaters. So I'm doing both mods. I'm doing a size 4 because of the broad shoulder mod. And I'm doing it out of Gilead.
Very
And
nice.
Darjeeling and Foray.
Very
So.
nice. And you said you are knitting on size 8. Sorry, I interrupted
Yes. Yeah. I'm
Nice.
knitting them on size 8 because Natalie has crazy gauge.
you. Well, I was really excited because May Knits put out a call for a crochet pattern, which is the, I think it's pronounced Suzuran. It's a Japanese name, or Suzerain top. And it is a crochet tank top. So I haven't added the straps yet, but there will be straps. I'm crocheting it out of Kelborn Woolens Mojave, which I've used before in the Limonada. So far, it's working up nicely. It has this cute little floral motif on the front, and otherwise you kind of just like double crochet a long tube, and eventually there will be a little tie at the waist and some details around the edge, some picot edging along the straps and on top and on the bottom. I'm hoping it'll block out a little nicer because my foundation double crochets aren't the cleanest. But overall, it's a really straightforward pattern. I'm excited to have the finished object and have another cute little summer top. So yeah, that's the Suzuran top. I got to see May in person at Flock, which was so nice. She's a sweetheart. Shout out to May. If you are familiar with like the jelly top, I think we've mentioned. Do you remember this? last episode, I mentioned that I was working on the Elise top by Sophie Louise, and I wasn't sure about the pattern and this yarn and the pattern and the yarn together, and so I'm frogging it while I knit a summer poncho by Aver P. This is the Pearl Soho linen quill that Betsy gave to Elsa, and then Elsa gave to me, and I really want to use it because it's so cool, and I'm holding it double for this poncho. It is a very basic, free pattern. Paula is a cool knitting YouTuber, influencer.
Yeah.
And she's actually in the Skew Skirt test knit with me, which is really cool. But it's a free pattern because it's literally just 2 rectangles. And you just knit a rectangle, and then you knit another one, and then you sew them together. And I think that's a lot of the ponchos, but there's different details in some other ones. This one is 2 slightly different sized rectangles, but when you see them together, it just works. And
It's magic.
It's magic. I haven't even measured my gauge on this, honestly. I'm just knitting it, and we'll see what happens. Because it's rectangles. The one thing I will say is it's corn. It has a raw edge both when you cast on and cast off. You're just doing a normal cast on, cast off. I think I'm going to try and do an applied I-cord edge at the end if I have enough yarn, just to have a nice finish to it and make it a little more fancy. But we'll see what happens if I end up doing that or not. But yeah, that's the summer poncho that I'm gonna sew visible in.
You'll be kind of cone-esque.
I will be cone-esque, but I kind of love that. I kind of want to be cone-esque with my skew skirt on the bottom, giving crazy, I don't know,
teacher core.
Teacher, yeah, very much. And then another thing I shared last episode that I am shifting gears on. This is the tiny little sleeve of my Great Gingham Raglan that I shared last episode in Spin Cycle Straw Baby, and originally in M to the Third Sueño in the shade 90s Kid. And as much as I love the 90s Kid, unfortunately the contrast just isn't high enough, and I didn't do one of those grayscale colored checks to see if the tones are different enough, especially because this Spin Cycle has a lot of green in it. And it is a lot of cool tone greens too.
Yeah.
So at Flock, I picked up a couple skates of Ritual Dyes Sprite, which is their sport weight 60/40 merino and Corriedale non-superwash. It is super squishy, super squanchy.
Squanch.
And I decided to make another tiny sleeve as my swatch. And I like it so much more. I think it's really going to highlight the spin cycle and be really nice. And it just feels really good. I'm excited. It's very luxurious. And so that's going to be something I work on hopefully these next coming weeks. I think I'll bring it with me to Maine and work on that primarily, just so I can have it as a nice transitional t-shirt. Because I don't know if I mentioned I'm making the t-shirt version.
Who are you going to Maine with?
My family.
Your family?
Yeah. It's my cousin's wedding.
Oh,
so
cute.
we're going to go celebrate my cousin Sam. Shout out Sam. She's getting married.
Oh. Happy wedding, Sam.
Happy wedding. And we're going to Boston. We're flying into Boston and then driving up to Maine, which I'd never been to either of those places before. And where are you going this summer, Elsa?
Well, I just was in New York.
That's right.
With my in-laws, and I am heading to Switzerland at the end of this month.
So exciting.
And the beginning of September, so I'm very excited.
Acquisitions?
Acquisition.
Speaking of friends.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate part of the video where we get to the acquisitions.
Yeah. Our finished objects and whips were a little shorter this time around, but not our acquisitions.
Oh no, baby. I'll go first.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So yeah, the most boring thing that I guess it's not even that boring.
It's not. It's cute. It's very exciting.
I got some La Bien-Aimée confetti, and it's fiber, and you'll see later what my plan is. But I got this from Tea Cozy. the yarn shop that we work at, and I am really excited to spin this up. I got quite a bit of this, so hopefully I'll be able to have a sweater's quantity with the other fiber that I got. Let's go in chronological order.
Let's do it.
Next, we went to Brooklyn. We stayed in Brooklyn, and I went to Cleo's yarn shop, and I got some of the Yarnalia Stormy.
Ooh.
And I just really liked the colors of it, and I got 2 of them. I also got this really good cashmere. That's a DK weight cashmere, and I got 50 grams of it for my cat sitter, Kim, who is also a friend and yarny human.
Yes.
So hopefully she enjoys that cashmere, because she is a cashmere girl.
Yeah.
For sure.
Absolutely.
No idea what I'm gonna do with these 2 skeins, but I think a shirt or tank top or something. I really like stockinette would show off the colors. I think it will definitely have like quasi stripes.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, I got a sweater's quantity of the West Yorkshire Spinners Blueface Leicester DK in the color Quarry, and I got this at North Fork Fibers. So we stayed on Shelter Island because our family has a place there, and then we went on an excursion off island to a winery, because as we were taking the train from the city, we realized saw all these wine grapes, all these vineyards, and we were like, is there a winery somewhere? And there was. And it was near, we specifically looked for the winery near the yarn shop. So this yarn shop led us to a winery.
Again, priorities.
Yeah, so I got a sweater's quantity. And they had Noro, what's the one that we just got? The Noro?
Madara.
Madara, and they had a ton of colors in Noro Madara. So my mom got some hot pink.
Fun.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, so... And then for my flock haul, I got a I'd Rather Be Knitting hat from Mabel and Jess.
So cute. They're so sweet too. Jess of Mabel and Jess is very nice. Cute.
I have fuzz on it. And I hauled my ass over to Little Fiber Company, and I got the Prismatic 2. It's their Corriedale and hand-dyed scraps. So it's like a combo of some hand-dyed and Corriedale, and just, it looks so, like you get
so plush.
some fun little color variation. I went for ones that were like less pinky, but I think I'm going to apply these together. I don't really understand how spinning works. I just kind of do it, and I'm like, it's done. But I am really liking a 3-ply because it's more plump. And I'm going to try to apply these 2 together because I want like a kind of rainbow
That'll be fun.
thing.
Yeah. And this is the main reason that Elsa went to Flock.
I went to Flock. And then when I bumped in to Michelle, she had gotten me a treat. Because
I didn't think Elsa was going to be at Flock, so I was like, oh, I should get her something. And then I saw her there.
Well, I didn't think I was going to be there, to be fair.
That's true. Yeah.
And then I didn't realize that I hadn't told her that I was going. Because I texted you about Flock.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I must have, told her.
Well, because, I had sprained my ankle the night before. So she was like, oh, do you think you're going to go to Flock? And I was like, I hope so. But I didn't know she was asking me because she might be going.
I had ulterior motives, but I didn't communicate my ulterior motives. So I got some M3 fiber bat.
And I think she said that this is all PNW sourced fiber. So that's really cool.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I thought they were Elsa E colors.
They are Elsa
Yeah.
E colors. And then also at M3 I got the Melt Ice stickers.
Me too.
Cause
Fuck ice. And I think this was a collaboration between M3 and a few other brands. Junebug and Darlin and Fio Avocado, and it's all the proceeds go to the Immigrant Rice Center in Portland, I believe.
And I am glad I went to Flock, but also I'm glad I only went for an hour so I wouldn't spend an absurd amount of money.
How you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Flock only happens once a year. I did use most of my yarn from last year, so
wow. You do rip through yarn.
I feel like, yeah, this was like the one thing where I was like hoping to finish up my like spin cycle and enter the third yarn before Flock this year, but I'm not gonna just finish a project for the sake of finishing a project. I want it to be what I want, so I'm glad that I got yarns to complement the yarns I had, because for the Sueño yarn, this is the one I bought last year at Flock from M to the Third. I got a complimentary, or like
cute,
a color. This is Hugo, and I got 2 skeins of this as a contrast to make a top. I think I have a couple different t-shirt patterns in mind. And it's kind of similar vibes to my liken, honestly.
Yeah, it is.
But it'll be a little different. So I got that along with Elsa's fiber and the sticker sheets. Oh, I also got the cutest little Kewpie knitting sticker from M to the Third. I love that one. Elsa got me from Mabel and Jess these cute little stitch markers.
There's also a fuzz stuck in them.
Fuzz inside.
I don't know how that happened.
They're green Labubus. So cute. Also,
okay, I got them for you because you have that Labubu, like,
yes,
bag.
I have a Labubu bag. I don't have it with me, but it's a ridiculously giant denim bag that has Labubu embroidered on it. And I also have, from last year, I bought a Labubu from M to the Third, too, because Mackenzie was selling Labubus last year. Anyway, I still have it. I keep it in my apartment because I'm scared someone's going to steal it, because I've heard people stealing people's Labubus off of their bags.
That's insane.
I know.
That's insane behavior.
It is. Back to Mabel and Jess. I got a couple things from her too. I got a I'd Rather Be Knitting sticker that has a bunch of cute little knitting accessories on there too. It's so cute. And these labels that say, "Thanks, I made it." If I want to put labels. If I ever have enough energy once finishing a project to put a label on it.
Always bring it here and we could sew it in.
Oh,
truly, it's
that
like
would be so nice. That would be really nice. Let me get the other like little accessories out of the way while we're here. I also got some labels from Goobles Tools. Goobles is a Seoul, South Korea based notions and accessories company, and they flew all the way to Seattle for Flock, and they had these cute little, like, look at that sticker, that
cute.
label. I also got some really fun stickers from them and some stitch markers that I've already put away. So I got some fun little things from them, but let's get to the good stuff. I stopped by the Thought to Thread booth. Tyler, the dyer behind Thought to Thread, is so kind.
I saw him post this and I was like,
I know.
So good.
Yeah, it's the Thought to Thread dyed the Brooklyn tweed. They call it the staple base, but I believe it's over the loft base from Brooklyn Tweed, which no longer exists, like is not in production anymore. But Tyler still has, like, he says he has 30 more skeins. He hasn't dyed yet. So he's like hoarding them, but he's sold a bunch to us at Flock, and I had one skein of the same base but different shade that I got from him before, and so it's like a mustardy color, and so I think it'll be fun to do like a low contrast color work. This is the shade Olive Oil, and Tyler's so nice. He recognized me from Whip Wednesday, and he is now newly one of the co-owners of Acorn Street Shop, and this is just like so freaking juicy. Another fun dyer I ran into who has a booth at Flock is Fiction Fiber, who we've talked about before. We've carried her at the shop as well. I made my banana peel Sophie.
Did she talk to you about that at all?
She saw me and she's like, "Did you make the burglar banana scarf?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. Oh my god, nice to meet you." And she had a lot of her normal like basic or normal colorways that she's carried in our shop, and she had some one of one colorways.
Whoa.
So this is a one of a kind colorway in her fingering weight non-superwash merino. So pretty. I have another skein of her yarn that I want to make a hat with, and I honestly want to make a hat out of this one too.
I really like to hold her yarn with
A fluff or
another non-superwash merino. The just regular Sunday.
okay,
But
yeah.
because they feel very similarly, like
Yeah.
like
I could
tactily,
see that. Mm-hmm.
and so they create just a very yummy, dense fabric.
Love that. Final yarn acquisition is, I think it might be my favorite, y'all. I got this boucle from Camellia Fiber Company. It is her baby silk boucle out of baby alpaca and silk. So it's like what the composition is similar to like a silk alpaca fluff, but it has been spun into this loopy boucle at such a light weight, such a light gauge, and I think I'm going to make a cumulus blouse by Petite Knit out of this. I think that would be really, really fun.
Luxurious.
Very luxurious. This might be like one of my most expensive sweaters that I make.
Are you gonna have to hold it with something else?
I don't think so, because it's 2 lace weights. It calls for 2 lace weights in the pattern. This is a fingering weight. I'm gonna swatch and see. Swatch and see.
I bet you could do it.
I think so
Yeah.
too. It'll be very light,
Yeah.
luxurious, and so pretty in this blue color. This is Bluebell. And this ran out quick too. She didn't have a ton of the boucle, and I think in all the colors by the end of Saturday she was sold out.
People love a boucle.
Yeah, I love a boucle, but I've never used it before, and I think a lot of the boucles at Flock are hand dyed, super wash, and usually like either like DK or higher, which is great. Like I love that journey for people, but I think this just stood out to me as something special and a little different, and I wanted it to find some non-superwash boucle.
You got a little bag.
I got a banana bag. Speaking of bananas, because that's on theme, Elsa also had gotten me a banana stitch marker previously, so I should hang it from this because I think that'd be really cute.
Yeah.
This is a Black Pearl Magic bag. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I don't know which type of bag this is, but it's like it has a waxed canvas base with like a cotton upper and some like canvas inside too. It's really well made. It has the drawstring and some straps and her cute little new Black Pearl Magic charms on there. Her booth had been ransacked by the time I got there, but I saw this and instantly was like, well, I love that
Done.
one. I'm sold. I am sold.
Not quite done.
Not quite done, because I can't say no to a blind box or surprise box. And I got a couple. One from Fangirl Fibers and one from Superglow. I really was liking all of their yarns, but I got overwhelmed and couldn't choose. So I got their like surprise boxes.
You were like, choose for me.
Choose
please,
for me,
actually.
please. Because I like minis, and I have so many like sock skeins and all the different hand-dyed yarns, and I was like, I could take some little bite-sized mini skeins. So this is the one from Superglow. It's in her twisty sock base, and it's this cute little pastel. I have a lot of her minis, and I think it'd be fun to make something with all of them. And then these are from Fangirl Fibers. I'm not sure, it didn't specify the base. I know they're fingering weight. I think they were most likely some sort of sock base. But they're cute in these, like this pink and blue. Now, I think that's all of my Flock purchases. At Tea Cozy, we have, in front of Tea Cozy, there is a cute little free library where you can donate yarn you don't want to use anymore, find yarn, or sometimes people leave all sorts of cool crafty
things.
stuff.
My mom left a bunch of stamps, like rubber stamps.
I think I saw those.
Yeah.
Guess what I found in the free library at Tea Cozy? 4 skeins of Knitting for Olive Pure Silk in Sunflower. One skein was a different dye lot, very clearly a different dye lot, and I wonder if that's why the person donated them, because maybe they were like, I need this much of it and I can't do it with this much, but I can find, if there's a will, there's a way. I can find a way. Been wanting to try pure silk. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I've never worked with it. Someone I know, I'm not going to name names right now. They worked up something and they were like, I'm never using it again because it pilled.
It pilled. Yeah.
So I think that's my only negative thing that I've heard about it, but never from like a podcaster person.
Yeah, everyone I've seen talk about it says that it's like one of their favorite summer yarns. So I want to give it a try, and I mean, especially considering that I got this for free, I think that's a great way to try it.
But a lot of people online are afraid to talk shit.
This is true. Not us though.
No.
I'm
gonna get canceled. From the free library, I got 2 skeins of the Sorella Stellina.
So pretty.
In a purpley color. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm gonna hold on to it until I do something, or I'll pass it along. I feel like that's the beauty of the free library, is like, oh, I'm so excited by this. You hoard it a little bit, but then you don't feel bad if you're like, I actually have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. I will pass it back along.
Absolutely.
Through the grapevine.
Yes, I think it's important. As much as you take from the free library, you give. And then finally, my Tea Cozy purchase of the month, which I'm surprised I only have. Actually, I think my Mojave for my test project that I purchased this month. But my only other Tea Cozy purchase of the month was the Studio Donegal Soft Donegal in the shade Guinness.
I think that's the best color.
Guinness is the best shade, and everyone knows it because I picked
and everyone knows it.
I picked it out while our friends Kayla and Kim were in the store, which we have like the same taste in colors. And as soon as I picked it up, they were like, "Ooh," and I was like, I'm not letting you take this away from me." And so I instantly bought like most of the skeins I bought a sweater quantity of it, which like I should not live in like a
scarcity mindset.
I live in a scarcity mindset sometimes when it comes to yarn, when in reality there's so much beautiful good yarn out there, and I shouldn't hoard the yarns that I like, but I did it with this one. So okay, is that all of our acquisitions?
Yes. That was all of my acquisitions.
Probably the largest section of this video.
Sorry.
Any other crafts you've been crafting, Elsa?
Well, July was Tour de Fleece.
That's right.
So I finished spinning
Yay!
all of my Kira WXYZ, all my Kira Wiggins.
So cute.
And this is the color Starlight, or the base Starlight. I don't know, you get like braids of this. And I got this at Flock last year, and it was my goal to finish it by Flock this year. And I did it!
Awesome.
It is a merino, silk, bamboo, and Stellina blend. And I don't know if you can see the sparkle, but she be sparkly.
She is sparkly.
And
so pretty.
I don't know I have no idea what the yardage is, but I'm guessing it's like a heavy DK.
DK.
Yeah, is probably what I would say. And who knows what I'll make with it. 300 grams of a DK weight should get me a top.
Yes.
Of some kind. So
absolutely
excited about that. Apparently I'm in my sparkle journey.
You are. You just 2 Stellinas back to back. Speaking of sparkles, I was lucky enough to attend our coworker Sue's bead charm class. She's been hosting a slew of classes at the shop, and they've been selling out like crazy.
People have been chomping at the bit to get into these classes.
People from out of town who were visiting for Flock came to take Sue's class. Like, she is a hot commodity, and so I was lucky yesterday to sit in on her Granny Square charm class, which I don't know how well that's picking up, but it is the
in your
cutest.
influencer.
Yeah. It's the cutest little granny charm, and she did such a great job teaching. It was so easy to follow, and I don't know if I can afford another craft right now or have the space for another craft. But beading was really fun and super like meditative, and it was a different, sensory experience too. So that was really cool. Media, what have you been watching, listening, reading, anything this month?
I have been in a listening slump. I feel like I'm not happy with anything that I've been listening to. There's no audiobooks that really have got me going lately.
I hear you.
Tom and I did watch The Devil Wears Prada too.
Oh yeah. It was bad. I saw it too. Yeah, I feel like
why was Lady Gaga in it?
That wasn't even the worst part to me.
Why?
I feel like their characters weren't I don't know. The first movie was so good and so long ago, and so it's kind of hard to keep that energy.
Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to watch it.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it was a little sad. Well, any media for you?
Yeah, I'm also kind of in a slump right now.
Now that Love
Island's over, but it's crazy because the new season of Married at First Sight, which
in Seattle.
Yeah, which I'd only watched maybe one season of before. There's 20 seasons of it, but this season is set in Seattle.
Do you know any of them?
It's Seattle locals. I don't. But I've been reading about them because.
So.
Do you know? Wait, who do you know? Who do you know?
I don't know this person. I went to middle school with Mecca.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
He was a class clown.
I could totally see that.
But he was nice and fine. So I'm excited to see what that entails. Yeah. But he was a class clown.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. It's been interesting so far. This whole format of a show is wild to me. They get married, but then they're oh, now you decide in a few weeks if you want to stay married. It's okay, what's the point?
Yeah.
But it's fun that it's in Seattle and they have dates at different locations around the city, and some of them feel like Seattle people, but some of them really don't. So.
Well, they're probably from Kirkland or
right.
Issaquah.
You're right. That's true. Yeah.
That's not.
Just their vibes. There's some people that she was oh, I'm conservative. Why isn't everyone conservative? And then they were are you January 6th conservative? And she was what's January 6th? And we're all okay. I don't know. I mean, Seattle's very diverse in some ways, so.
And not in a lot of ways.
But that's been an interesting culture study of, humans. Obviously, reality TV is my jam, but also having it be from people from Seattle is also fascinating. Anyway, like we said, we're traveling a lot these coming weeks, so we're not sure when our next videos will be up, but hopefully we'll have some good, hauls or content from our travels, so stay tuned for that.
Well, thanks for making it this long.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting us yap.
I saw someone commented last episode, they were this is my first time finding you, and I love your vibe. So shout out to
that person. We love you.
It's been fun. We don't do this for the views necessarily, but it's just cool to know that people can relate to us and we can find our knitting community. Moments like Flock are where we do that. That's really fun.
I fangirled a little bit at Into the Third, and
yes.
It's fun to have those parasocial relationships of I've seen what you've knit, I like your vibe, I feel like we could be friends.
Yes.
And if you have a friend crush on us,
let us know
because I probably have a friend crush on you back.
Exactly. Truly. And we want to dig through and search your Ravelry and see what you're knitting to. So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Bye.
How do I turn this off?